Okay, hello again YouTube. Once again showcasing my Batman comic book collection. We last left off, we were showcasing Detective Comics 1968 through 1997. So here we are going to conclude the Detective Comics portion, starting at 1997 and ending at 2010. Where I have kind of ceased to buy Batman comic books, and I will comment on that in just a little bit. But first, we'll start at the top and kind of go down the line here. This is all from 1997, or late 1997. We're about to get into the famous Cataclysm storyline in 1998, which eventually led to the storyline you may have heard of called No Man's Land in 99 all the way through 2000. We're in No Man's Land now, as a matter of fact. Which is also where the Batgirl, known as Cassandra Cain, was introduced. And as a matter of fact, there's her father there, David Cain, the Mark of Cain, which was one of Bruce Wayne's mentors from his past. Clayface here, Two-Face. This cover is kind of like a play on one of the covers from the Nightfall series. In fact, it's a play on the cover where Bane actually breaks Batman in that was actually in the Batman publication, not Detective Comics. This one here was the end of the No Man's Land series, where the Joker kills Jim Gordon's second wife, Sarah Essen, and in return, Jim returns the favor by basically shooting Joker in the kneecap. And here is kind of almost like a new era in Batman. We're in about the year 2000, so the millennium has happened. And initially, the millennium started good out in Batman comics. Fortunately, by the time we get to, and we're still in about 2000, 2001 here, Jim Gordon has been taken out of the comic series at this point in the Officer Downs series. When we get to a point around 2002 or so, I really kind of dropped off from the comics for a while. About at this point here in the Fugitive series, which I later purchased that entire series in graphic novel format. Reason being, I just didn't like the way the series was going. There was too many characters popping up, way too many heroes in Gotham City. I do have the Hush storyline in graphic novel format, but actually wasn't following it when it was published between 2002 and 2003. So again, I was consistently buying these comics pretty much from the late 80s, stopped briefly in 94 when Jean-Paul Valley replaced Bruce Wayne, picked up, right when Bruce Wayne came back, and like I said, dropped off for about 3 years between 2002 until this point, 2005. I started picking up Detective Comics and Batman comics once again. And I was still into Batman, it's just the comics were it kind of become a little bit cumbersome, and mostly I stuck with the animation. Batman animation is what I was into for those 3 years. But at this point, Batman Begins has come out, and I've pretty much taken up an interest in buying the comics again. So we're about at 2005 here. We're going on down the line. 2005. Now we're into 2006 with the reintroduction of Two-Face. Actually, Harvey Dent had briefly been cured of Two-Face around the time of the Hush storyline. but this is what kind of reintroduced him back into the fold. And here we get to one of the best runs in Detective Comics, bar none in my opinion, is when Paul Dini of Batman the Animated Series fame, creator of Harley Quinn, joined the Detective Comics writing team and just did a fantastic job. These black and white covers are stories that he's written, and he's just, like I said, a remarkable writer. I mean, this is when Batman was at its most interesting, I think, or the most interesting it was in the comics anyways in a long time. Unfortunately, though, as we get around to 2008, that didn't last. About 2 years earlier, in 2006, Grant Morrison had been brought on in the Batman publication and set out to turn the entire Batman, I don't know, the whole comic book world on its head, and did with the Batman R.I.P. series, in which Bruce Wayne is supposedly killed, but of course really wasn't, but was taken out of the comics at this point in 2009, late 2008, early 2009, for about a year, and Batwoman took over the Detective Comics at this point, while Nightwing took up the role of, Dick Grayson took up the role of Batman. And as I mentioned before, when Bruce Wayne is not under the cowl, it is just not Batman for me. So I had to stop once again. And even though he's back in the cowl now, I think they've really messed up this whole world, what with the Batman Incorporated concept and multiple Batmen throughout the globe. And until they fix this, or if they ever fix it, I'm really not planning to go back. But nevertheless, I've got over 40 years worth of comics in my collection, so I'm not really too concerned with that at the moment. Okay, thank you for watching. Hopefully in the next video we will be showcasing the Batman publication as I close out and show you one final pan of the comics. This is 1997 through 2010. Thank you for watching. Bye.